Hi, my name is Siobhan Collins, and this is my presentation on leadership. I chose to talk about leadership, not because it's an area of expertise, but because it's one that I struggle with, one that I'm continuously working to improve on. In this presentation, I will talk about leadership from my perspective as a coach, in hopes of shedding light on what it takes to successfully lead. To me, leadership is getting others to join you in an effort to accomplishing a task. In its simplest form, people will follow you because they have to. On the other hand, people will go above and beyond for you when there's a meaningful connection to the leader and to the message, a message that they deem worthy. Coaches are tasked as leaders who inspires players to give their best effort towards a shared goal. Successful leadership starts by leading yourself. Jack Welch said, before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. So before we're even called leaders, we should spend time in developing ourselves. And even afterwards, D. Hock says you should spend 50% of your time leading yourself. Leaders need to be curious. They need to learn. They need to gain knowledge every single day. They need to know what they like. They need to know what they dislike. This is all in preparation for the roller coaster ride associated with leadership, with the leadership role. We have to deal with the ups and downs of coaching. We all know that. You lose a game, how do you react? Your player makes a mistake, how do you react? The ref makes a bad call. You have to know how you're going to handle those situations. You need to act when you're coaching rather than react. Players are watching you. They pick up on your behavior. Don't let them pick up bad behaviors. Pat Summitt said, if there's only one ingredient to leadership, it's emotional maturity. Coaches must master their emotions first, and then they have to deal with the emotions of 15 unique, in my case, unique 13-year-olds. In this comic strip, Charlie Brown lashes out at his teammate in frustration right after Lucy drops a ball. As a good coach and teammate knows that after a player makes a mistake, they should really be supported rather than criticized. As a coach, you have to deal with these situations. You have to make sure that this does not have a detrimental effect on the team's motivation and attitude. We will now watch the benefits of a positive work culture.
Google isn't just finding the latest movie times, getting directions to the nearest donut shop, or reading reviews and searching out Christmas gifts. There's a real company with real workers behind that popular search engine. And it's popularly known as a great place to work. Why? Because the culture is both supportive and positive. Company officials offer bonuses, meals, trips, parties, and other perks that help to keep employees happy and the work environment a positive one. A lot of research has shown that working in a positive environment has numerous benefits for individual employees and the business as a whole. Positive workplace culture is an uplifting atmosphere influenced by the values, beliefs, underlying assumptions, attitudes, and behaviors shared by a group of people, according to The Balance, an online source of experts for business and finance. Let's take a look at some of the most common benefits experienced as a result of fostering this type of workplace culture. Just about every area of business benefits from a positive workplace culture. Here are a few examples. Enhanced health. Workplaces that are negative or full of stress often breed poor health conditions. ranging from physical pain to mental and emotional stress. In fact, the American Psychological Association recently calculated that the US economy loses more than $500 billion every year due to workplace stress. Positive culture in a workplace can reduce the amounts of stress and, in turn, the instances of health problems. Better employee engagement. When employees are happy in a positive workplace, they work harder, are more focused, and are more engaged in the work they need to do. When employees are unhappy, stressed, or exposed to a negative workplace environment, they tend to disengage, which negatively impacts productivity and the bottom line. Employees who are more engaged in their work also work more efficiently and make fewer mistakes. Greater loyalty. When a positive workplace culture is fostered, employees are happier, more committed to their employer, and more loyal. Reduced turnover in the workplace is good for everyone, not the least of which the business, which doesn't have to endure the time and expense of hiring and training new workers. Fewer absences. Remember the first benefit we discussed, better health? Healthier employees are less likely to be absent from work, which can cost employers a significant amount of money in terms of productivity loss. Better business performance. A healthy and positive workplace breeds workers who give their all and are committed to getting the job done, no matter what. Additionally, since there are less negative workplace influences like stress in this type of culture, individual and overall business performance improves. Increased innovation and creativity. A positive workplace is one where creativity is allowed to flourish. Employees in this environment aren't distracted by problems or negativity. Instead, they can focus on innovating, problem solving, and creating unique solutions that will appeal to customers and set a business apart from its competitors. Stronger brand relations. If you think people in your community don't hear about what it's like to work at your organization, get your head out of the sand. Negative workplaces are viewed critically by friends and family, while positive workplaces enjoy strong brand perception. In fact, the better your company looks, the more people you'll have clamoring to work there, and you can stock your staff with superstar employees. Tip-top teamwork. When things in the workplace are positive, things between employees are generally more positive as well. This makes collaboration and teamwork second nature. Employees are excited to work together in innovating, planning, and making decisions, because there's an understanding that when the team succeeds, the individuals and the business succeed as well.
It is clear to see that having a positive work culture is a win-win situation for everyone. Coaches want their players running in the gym excited to develop new skills and show off their talents. To develop a positive work culture in your organization, there are several things that you can do. One that I do with my team is I put up slogans around the gym or in their locker rooms. Together, everyone achieves more. This is a common slogan, but it's not just words. You cannot just say it. You must show it and you must live it as a coach. This defines what success means to our organization. I expect them to act as a team. So when I see them acting as a team, when I see them being supportive, when I see players being helpful, I try to praise that behavior. It is not just what you say, it's how you say it. Hey, what's going on out there? Versus placing your arm around the player and saying, hey, what's going on out there? It not only grabs their attention, it lets them know that you care. Players appreciate that when coaches show that they care for them. Even when disciplining a player, it is out of care. It is not a punishment. It is discipline. It is getting them to reflect so that next time they make better choices. Players must also know what to do. Coaches communicate responsibilities. When coaches communicate responsibilities, players know what to do, players are ready. John Maxwell define character as the only way to sustain success. Coaches must identify the character it takes to succeed for both the individual and the team. What I mean is, when you're teaching a point guard how to be a point guard, you don't just teach them how to dribble. You teach them how to lead. You teach them how to be selfless. You teach them essentially how to be a selfless leader and run the team. I will now play the video of Pat Summitt, the consummate leader, the consummate builder of character.
And he hung up. He never said bye. He never said hello or goodbye. Right. But I knew what he was saying to me. And it really shaped me in terms of my philosophy to understand that you win in life with people. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not about me. I've never scored a basket for the University of Tennessee, you know, and I'm starting my 36th year. It's all about the people you surround yourself with and what they bring to the court, to the game, and to understanding that it is a team concept and they have to do it together.
Anybody who knows you and knows this program knows that you love to teach. So talk about how you teach life lessons to these wonderful young ladies who come through your program. What specifically are you trying to release them into the world after they've played in your program? What are you really trying to ingrain in them?
That when they leave here, obviously, they leave here with a college degree. Hopefully, they leave here with a national championship. But the most important part of that is they leave here as confident young women that are ready to go out into the world and be secure in who they are and move forward and be successful. And when our student athletes leave here, I mean, they're ready for the world. I mean, I have no doubt that they are going to be successful in whatever they do.
What are the non-negotiable essential characteristics to a championship team?
Well, I think first and foremost for us, you know, it's always been offense sells tickets, defense wins games, rebounding wins championships. And I think it's to understand what our goals are, and we want to meet those. And we want everyone to be committed to that. You know, you might have an off shooting night, but you should never have a bad night on defense and rebounding. You should never have a bad night or an off night on lack of communication. We have to be in this together. And I think when they understand, it's not about the individual. We are winning for our team. We're winning for our university and for the greatest fans in women's basketball.
When you develop character, it's clear to see that players get a stronger sense of self, a confident sense of self, that they can do anything. Summitt, for 38 years, taught character. For 38 years, she developed players ready to take on the world. She showed the same passion and commitment every year. In her passing, she was remembered not only for her record-setting wins, but for the countless lives she touched. In the end, you win with people. You win with people that have the character to cope with challenges and the confidence to rise above expectations. Successful leadership takes preparation to develop successful people.